Scrapworkers, this is Megan and I am back today with a Stuck Sketches layout. So you will have just seen the sketch for today and I am going to use these fall photos. I know it's not fall, but I had cut out this cut file. I don't remember who it's from. I'm thinking it's a Free Paper Issues cut file. I will try to remember to leave a link below to where you can get it, but I thought it was a super cute cut file and I watercolored it using some blings and shimmers from Shimmers Paints, and then I stitched with some embossing thread each one of those little leaves, and I just absolutely loved how it turned out, but I never ended up using them on a layout in the fall. So when I saw the sketch and I remembered I had these leaves, I thought that I could cluster them around the photo in kind of the same way that there's like a circle element on the sketch behind the photos in the top left hand corner. And so when I pulled it all together on my desk, I really loved how this looked. So here you can see that I am trying to decide between using a blue paper or a black paper, and I don't actually remember which one I use. I think I used the black. Yeah. So here you can see I'm going to start gluing things down and cutting things up. This one came together pretty fast, and this is one of my absolute favorite layouts I've made in quite a while. I mean, I always love all of my layouts, but you know how you make that one layout and you're like, wow. And it's not like it's that amazing of a layout. I just am really happy with how it turned out. So one of the papers that I'm using, that background paper, is from Studio Calico, and it is an older wood grain paper. It is called, let's see, it's called Wood Grain 2. Now here I am going to bring in a red piece of paper. I felt like this layer, the layer of papers behind the photos, needed to have a red to bring out the red from the photos. And so this one from, I believe that's the Wonder Collection, was perfect. And now here I'm going to pull out some of these One Canoe 2 embellishment pieces, and that I got in my Secret Not Secret kit from last October. And I've pretty much used about half of those up. So it was fun to be able to bring them out and use them on this layout too. Here you can see I'm trying to make these frames and journaling spots and things like that work, and I really liked these. I think those are from Teresa Collins' collection called Life Emporium, those cork pieces. And so I am going to use that banner, and then I'm thinking I want to pull out a tag to do journaling on. So I kind of consider that green one, but then this one that says, I think it says Wonderful Adventure or something like that. I'm going to end up using that one, and that backpack up at the top cluster and then take a hike are perfect because we weren't taking a hike, but we were going for a walk, and that is my mother-in-law that Jonas is trying to feed that apple to, and I just thought these photos were super cute. So I was really excited to be able to use these on a layout, because I'm not sure if I'm going to get my 2018 goals up before this video posts, but if it hasn't, one of my goals is to work on my 2008 layout or album, and these are photos from 2008. So I'm very excited to be working on these photos again. Now here I am cutting up this yellow piece of paper. For some reason, yeah, okay. So I created a banner down there because the sketch did call for a banner. and it's still missing something. I'm going to kind of fiddle around with the layers once I glue them down. And so I am going to bring in this blue paper, and I'm just going to cut off a skinny little piece. I think about posting it or gluing it down to the right of the banner, but then I decide I'm going to add it to the left of the banner, and I really like how that turns out. So now I am going to start gluing everything down. So I'm going to do it layer by layer from the top to the bottom, and that works out pretty well. I really like how the layering turns out. This sketch was really awesome. I really loved this sketch. It was a lot of fun to play around with. So there you can see I'm just gluing each one of the layers, and I used a lot of different pattern papers on this page. Normally I don't use that many. So there I was cutting the banner strip pattern paper because it wasn't sticking up enough from the top. And so I just cut it off and then glued it back on to the background. So now you're going to see that I am all done putting those layers down, and I am going to start the tedious process of putting down all of these leaves. So I decided to use my glue Zots, which are my absolute favorite thing to use for things like this and sequins and little skinny small things, but it does take forever, so I will be back once it is all done. Okay, now you can see here that I have all of these pieces with glue dots on them, and I am just gluing them down, putting them down, and I am really loving this. So now I'm going to start gluing down all of my clusters, and that's actually not going to take very much time at all. I only have a few more minutes left in this video. I really liked that backpack. I thought it was so super cute. And even though it wasn't a hike or something where we needed a backpack, I still decided to use those two embellishments because we aren't really outdoorsy people. I really honestly don't know if I'd ever use those ever again. So I just thought they were cute. So I'm going to add that little plus sign there, and then I'm going to add this cute little bird and that paw print banner to this bottom cluster, and then I'm going to put down the tag with those other embellishment pieces in the cluster to the left hand side. And that is pretty much going to be it. I don't think I really do a title on this one. I didn't think it needed one. It is going to be with a group of other outdoor photos. So I'm just going to do my journaling on the tag, and then that is going to be it for this layout. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope that you will head on over to the Stuck Sketches blog to find the rest of the layouts that the design team has made for this sketch today. And make sure if you make a layout that you will link up on the Stuck Sketches blog on their sidebar for a chance to win the prizes that we have available for this sketch. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you guys have a great, wonderful day. Bye!